Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. This is the first year experience end of year mixer where we get to recognize the accomplishments of the students who have partaken in the program. First, I would like to invite Dr. Cynthia Herrera to give us a few words about the program and to welcome everybody.
Well, let's start by introducing some people that are VIPs here on our campus, because some of our students have already met them, but it would be good to really know what their names are. So I'm going to start with Dr. Ken Sherwood. He's our Vice President of Academic Affairs and Instruction. And if you need anything at all on this campus having to do with academics, he's the man. He's the one that kind of runs.
I can tell you who to go talk to.
Yeah. Why don't you give him a little flavor of what it is you do?
Everything. This year, the biggest project is our 6-year comprehensive accreditation. So what I'm doing most of this last year is sitting at my computer. But overall, I'm responsible for all of the academic programs, which means making sure that folks like the person to my right are scheduling classes to meet student demand and making sure that our faculty show up and teach them.
And he also works with our K-12 system and trying to get that pipeline to the community college and getting the relationships established with our K-12 schools in the area. And working with the universities also, so we have that pipeline. Art Sanford, he is our Dean of Liberal Studies.
Actually, I'm the interim Dean of Liberal Studies until May 31st. And then I'll be the Dean of Liberal Studies.
Congratulations!
Competition was tough, but somehow I survived, yeah.
And
So I have 3 departments: the Visual and Performing Arts, VPA, which includes film and television, and communication studies, and the arts, both performing arts, which we're bringing back theater, we're excited about that, and the studio arts and art history. Then we have letters, which is all of your languages, which here is 2, English and Spanish, and
Forget sign language.
and sign language, I take it back. Sorry, thank you. 3 languages, we're hoping to expand that at some point, of course. And finally, social sciences, which you're all familiar with: history, economics, political science, etc. So.
And all of the faculty in liberal studies report to, and the department chair, work with the department chair.
That's correct.
Yeah. And then we have Dr. Carolyn Inouye, and she's a dean, and I'm going to let her tell you of everything she's the dean of, because she has a dean.
Hi everyone, I'm Carolyn Inouye. I'm the Dean of Math, Science, Health, PE, and Athletics. So that's a very interesting but wonderful combination. So I'm just really glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this wonderful end of the year celebration. And we're so excited you're here. We're so excited. I can see now you guys are going to be leaders in the area. What we've been focusing on more recently is we are bringing in some new full-time faculty. So, we are bringing in some new full-time math instructors. You'll meet Professor Mainzer in a minute, but we're bringing on another geography person. We're bringing on a new full-time chemistry person. We can't quite announce everyone because we're still going through the process, but lots of faculty in the STEM areas that will be really exciting to work with, and they're just really glad to be here to work with all of you. And then, across the hall, across the field, you have to come to all of our athletic events. You've probably heard our men's soccer team was the number 1 soccer team in the state. So going on, and we're so glad you're here.
And Dr. Inouye also is like the principal investigator or the project director with a lot of the grants that we have with CSUCI and a lot of collaboratives. So she's developing a lot of synergy between the 4-year and the 2-year and working forward. So
And what's really interesting is I'm doing reference checks with with faculty from other areas before we bring on our new professors. They're from universities, and they're saying, "Oh, I really want to come to Oxnard. I want to talk with your students. I've got great ideas. I want you to come to our campuses, and we'll take you on a tour." So we're going to be seeing some fun activities coming up, and we want you all to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to go to the back, and we have Assistant Dean Leah Ellicott, and she works with our 3SP Student Support Services. And I'm going to let you share with them what you do.
Sure, sorry, I should have got closer. I get to work with all the programs that are student support and success programs, which are the 3 S's and a P. So I get to work with counseling, admissions and records, and matriculations. So we work with students, getting them first to apply to Oxnard, telling them about all the wonderful opportunities they can get here and programs and certificates they can achieve. And then making sure that they go through orientation to learn more about the campus and what the campus can provide for them and what students can provide for our campus. Ensuring that they take their assessment so they are placed appropriately in their math and English and ESL courses. And then helping them acclimate to Oxnard College and letting them see themselves here as students that can really make a big contribution to this campus. So then we help them work through admissions and records and make sure that they can have all their coursework appropriately placed, making sure they're meeting with counselors, making sure that they're achieving their goals, whether that be a certificate, a degree, and to transfer.
A lot of work she has on her shoulders.
And we stole her from CSU Channel Islands. We know where to get them. Ready? Okay, and then I'm going to introduce Professor Chris Mainzer. And Chris, why don't you tell them your history with us and some of the things that you've done and experienced and where you're going, where your path is leading you next.
As science department chair, I've really watched how our program has grown. Really proud of the fact involved with some great faculty that you're going to soon meet them if you haven't already. Chemistry, you know some of them. And I want to say something about our clubs. We have a chemistry club that's very viable, go on field trips, and they bring guest speakers on campus to talk about careers in chemistry. And we also have UMP. It has nothing to do with the Empire, but it's, let's see if I got that right, Engineering, Math, Physics Club. Very active also on campus. The biology program, we've grown, well, as far as degrees that we offer here, the 2-year degrees associates, we offer them in biology, chemistry, physics, and geography. Soon we will be offering in geology, so wide spectrum there. And as far as our students that complete the 2-year degree here in the sciences go on to, Berkeley, local 4-year schools as well. So our program is really growing, and we're glad to have you. And I'm impressed. This young lady's already taken her calculus, and she's in the chemistry major class, the core course chemistry 122, and you'll be taking organic next year, probably.
Yeah. And so I don't know if you can remember a whole year ago when we first sat in this room with our parents. Do you remember that? And we had on Sunday afternoon, Sunday brunch, we had the orientation and everything that's happened from that time all the way to now. So what I want you to do is introduce yourself and what your major is, and let the administrators know you as a person, what you think, what your goal is.
My name is Mai. My major is actually the pharmaceutical chemistry, but right now I think I'm gonna get the associate degree in chemistry at Oxnard College, and then transfer to like UC Davis and continue my academic. Yeah.
Very good.
My name is Crystal, and I'm a biology and film major. And my goal right here in Oxnard College is to get my associates for transfer. I think it's for both. I think biology has one too. And yeah.
Very good.
My name's Maria, and my major is biology, and I want to pursue the pediatrician field.
And she also works in the STEM Center. Right?
Oh yeah,
as a student.
Yes, I do.
Great leader. Okay, we'll go over to this table.
My name is Rafael. I'm a computer science major, but degree.
My name is Zaida Gonzalez. I originally was a math major, but I completely changed to a business administration, probably minoring in economics. But yeah, my goal is to either go to Cal Poly SLO or stay local and go to an elementary school, USC.
Oh, great.
My name is Melanie Castellanos. I'm a math major right now. I'm planning on maybe transferring to Cal Poly SLO or UCSB, and probably want to become a math teacher or an accountant. I'm not sure, like just like math. Wait.
My name. Oh,
I'm done.
my name's Andres, and I'm a computer science major. Well, not declared yet. You know, I'm exploring the STEM field, like another type of engineering, like civil, electrical, mechanical. It all depends. But my main goal right now is just to get all my major, like prerequisites done. I'm not thinking on following the IGETSI path, you know. And yeah, my goal is to transfer with a full ride, hopefully. You know, take up some leadership positions. Unfortunately, I didn't join any clubs my first year, but I'm interested in joining the EMP club here. I've talked to Professor Miller, and yeah, he's a really cool professor. And I'm doing the summer, he's having a summer program here, 2-week summer program. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Just progressing.
Are you still at BC?
Yeah, but I'm in OCBC. You know, this is my home college. But next year, next year I'll be taking pretty much all my classes here.
Yeah.
So.
Andres came to us and he said, well, you know, I want to go to BC because classes here. I want to participate in this program. So we said, sure, come on. He was at everything we did. He was volunteering, and you love us, right? now he's coming to us full time, so that's really good. That's a testimony to everything that April and Rondine and Hala have done in this first year experience. And I want to start by saying thank you to them who have done so much work for these students. And I think we can all say that it's made a huge impact on your lives to have these types of mentors and role models. And so thank you very much for everything that you did for this first year experience.
Thank you. And Denise, too.
Oh, Denise is still here. Now, everybody knows Denise just graduated with her master's in business administration. And I got to witness her walking the line, and you know how quiet she is? She's really not. She was probably the most rowdy one of the group in the graduation line. She's happy, and we're all happy for you. So thank you for everything you've done, and congratulations on your achievement. It's a great achievement, really, really good. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to Rondine and to take over, and thank you for being here.
And we also want to acknowledge and thank Dr. Herrera for all the support. This is her brainchild, as you know, as far as how do we create a program that's going to help the students really show up? How do we increase their sense of self-worth? How do we give them access to resources, industry mentors, career pathways? And I think we've touched on all of those scenarios with the help of April from CSUCI and Alex Gonzalez, who could not be here today, but certainly, you know, through the work, through the collaborative effort of the CI folks, Project Ascension, Gabriela Navas, who isn't here tonight, but I think the support with the students, and now, you know, what I'm gonna do is ask each of the students, I posed a question to them to find out what they learned that's going to help them succeed through the next 5 years. So what did they learn from the first year experience program, the mentors, and the folks that helped within that program? So if we could just very quickly go around again. Mike?
Oh, I have learned, like at STEM, they have the really great tutor, and I learned about doing the vision board, which is like you put your goal in the board and then put where you usually see it, so you try your best to achieve your goal. And And we have the field trip to like a Navy base, right?
Air Force Base.
Oh, Air Force Base. And I'm really interested in that because like they offer a lot of like job opportunity where you're working and then you studying at the base, and after you graduate, something like that, you will still get the benefit from as a base. Like they have like a card, and then you go to their shop and you have a discount. Yeah, I like it.
Thank you, Mai. Crystal?
I learned about, asking help and getting the resources that I need. Before I was very shy and that was something very difficult for me to do. But the mentors and just the resources that FYE gave me, I feel a little bit more stronger to ask the questions, get the help, and find out more about the resources here at college. And I think for the future, for whatever university or job opportunities I have, I'll find the resources that I need.
And I just want to add, you started out as one major and then you added your double major in film, right? How many units did you take last semester?
Last semester?
Or this semester, I should say.
Yeah, I took 21 units.
Yeah. Had to get special permission. She was also working here at the STEM Center. Yeah. Maria?
Well, I just learned a lot of stuff, yeah. I was able to know how to get the resources that I needed to get through my first year, and all the workshops really helped me, and they were really useful.
Which workshop was your favorite?
I like the first one that we had, the one that helped us stay organized, and the mindful one, I think it was called.
The mindful.
Yeah, that one was really helpful too.
Great. Thank you. Melanie?
What I learned was that it's important to have connections, to build a relationship with the professor, and that I have so many things in my mind now that I wanted to say, but building the connections, knowing the resources, knowing that you have help, you could ask for help, and about internships maybe, like how, and about scholarships, a lot of information on scholarships like April mentioned.
What I learned is mainly what has been said a lot of times. It's just like learning how to be more, learning how to communicate and how to build a connection with someone. That's something I learned a lot, because as others, my peers, have also been kind of shy about it. I have been that way too, but now I've learned to just find that way to build that connection with someone and communicate and not be as shy. And the resources at school, at campus, just by being in this STEM program, it just helped me realize that I have so many resources that I can and I should take advantage of.
Well, I learned how networking is really important, and how you should always go and seek those internships and scholarships. You might not even get accepted an internship or not get a scholarship, but it doesn't hurt to try. And just to make that connection with your professors, always get to know them, and just being in the program has helped me a lot. Just coming to the STEM Center, meeting the tutors here at the STEM Center, meeting the staff that works here at the STEM Center. That really helped me a lot. Made me helped me get a job. I'm a student assistant now for the MESA program. Just being here at the STEM Center, I'm part of the FYE program. That helped me get that job. And then from that, I got an internship at CSUCI, the summer research internship, and just I got and that pretty much the FYE kind of pushed me to look into internships, which is why I got that. And yeah.
Yeah. So the question is what we learned, right? Or what? Okay. Well, me in my case, I was at BC, so I didn't get to take
you didn't learn anything.
No, I wouldn't like
this food.
No, I will be here next semester mostly. But I would have liked to come more to come to the STEM Center, but in my case, I was over there most of the time, most of the week. But other than that, the biggest resource I think is always going to be the networks, the people you hang out with. Because and once you're in college, you're on your own, and those friends that are like-minded, are in they have the same goals as you, same career path. They'll give you the extra push. And in my case, most of my friends that I hung out with in high school, they stuck with the lower classes, and some left to college and university. So for me, the thing this year was to build more connections and friends. And I did a few. My goal is to get more out there and develop more friends, connections, networking, and yeah, that was my experience.
Thank you, everyone. Kudos to all of you. So I wanted to also get April's feedback on what was really your most favorite part of the FYE program?
Well, for me, before FYE, I did the outreach for it. So I got to meet all these young individuals before they actually started at Alton College. So really, my favorite part is seeing them grow. Even though it's only been a year, but from when they were leaving high school to where they are now, you could totally see their growth, and their confidence really comes out in the way you speak about your academics, what you want to study. So I think that's one of my favorite parts of seeing and being witness of this first year experience program. And so I'm really excited. So some of you are going to be part of the second year of Discovery Week as part of student panels. And so we will have 30 new students coming, or actually 33 as of right now. So we're hoping that we'll have a lot more by the end of the week. But yeah, so it's been great seeing all of you grow, and feel free to email or contact me as for more resources. Definitely, I'm here to help out. But yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces of seeing them grow.
And Hala, who helped develop our measurement tools to look at the efficacy of the program. The students always took feedback surveys and things like that, so that we could so we know where we stand and how we can refine it further.
So thank you so much. I know some of you, I can recognize some of you last year right at the beginning. So my name is Hala Sun, and I am from UC Santa Barbara. I'm doing the program evaluation, so I've been the one developing all this survey and reminding you to do it, right? And I really appreciate your honest feedback, because this is not just a one-time thing. You want to pass on the benefits to the future, to make it sustainable, right? So I really appreciate your openness to all of the feedback. I read them, I enjoy, and I type it up, and I write this amazing report, and I give it to Eliseo and the STEM program. So, continue to build connections, even not just above, but whoever comes in for your the first year. If you will be in the student panel, just remember how much help you got, so you want to pass it on to a future generation. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. And also I want to ask Denise what her favorite part of the FYE program has been.
Working with me.
Working with the students. Working with the students and seeing the growth that they accomplished throughout the year. I've seen several of them here in the STEM Center and focusing on their studies, and they're just excelling in their studies, and it's nice to see that, and hopefully we'll continue to see you guys over the next year, then coming back and mentoring the new students who need that help and that guidance too, that when you guys come in, and you could reflect and show them that getting through the year is possible, and it can be done. So, yes.
And if you could please help me with
I
also wanted to harken back to our keynote speaker. I don't know if you remember Jessica Leo's words, how if you feel the self-doubt and the nervousness and the anxiety and all of those things that we feel, it's normal, right? And then how to be resilient in the face of that and really to own this journey. So I wanted to, is it allowed to finish we're just going to show some of our activities, but while we're waiting for that, we want to recognize the students who, we start with a pizza party that we had at the end of last semester there over at Towers Pizza. This is our talk, and Dr. Limbaugh was there to attend, and we asked Rafa and Mike to say a few words during the STEM Stoop. Let's see here. This was our transfer, our AAT Pathways talk, and also with CSUCI and the resources that they're creating that our students can utilize. And that's our whole group. Gabby, who also played a critical part. This is our visit to the Air Force Base. We're playing with our night vision goggles here, so $11,000 a piece. It was really fun to play with. And the life support for the pilots that have to jump out of the planes. Do not do that at home, right? It's actually an oxygen mask. And on our way, we were walking towards those C-130s, and we got a chance to go inside, get on the captain's chair. Oh, well, you can see the happy faces. A lot of happy faces, right? And my question was, where is the button to start this plane and back it up so we could go someplace fun? So we all took time in the captain's chair, or the pilot's chair. We also had an opportunity to play in all the STEM-related departments that they have. This is the construction department that they have, the civil engineering.
That's the...
Yes, well, this is the Ventura Bio Center. So after that long day of walking through the Air Force Base, we went to an incubator accelerator so they could see all the different career pathways that they could participate in. So at the VC Bio Center, it's full of biotech startups, typically Amgen related. So it was really cool to take a look at all of their equipment and all the different ways that they could utilize their degrees. And that's the owner of VC Bio Center. This was our STEM student panel during Discovery Week, where we heard from multiple STEM students and to learn from their pathways and how our students from the FYE program could emulate them. So, and that was our part of our group during Discovery Week. So it's a 4-day extended orientation, and again, it was really just wonderful to support the initiatives that the college has to support the orientation and to get them on their way to greatness, right? We started day one with parents with the message that they're already leaders just by virtue of attending the FYE program. So they continued that throughout this year, and I'm very, very proud of every single one of you. And the door is always open for recommendation letters if you ever need an attorney to vouch for you, but don't get arrested because I don't practice criminal law. Let's see here. So we definitely look forward to a lot more great news from you. We also want to recognize you. So Cynthia?
And before we do that, there's one person that we inadvertently left out of the team that really helped, and that's Bob Allen. And for those of us that know Bob, he is everywhere we need him. And we thank you for all the support, all the mentoring that you've done with our students, and tremendous, tremendous impact. So thank you so very much. Well, guess what? You guys lucked out. You're going to get 2 of them. You know why? When you see your certificate, see if you can find it. Whoever finds it, they can have a second. Okay. I'm going to start with one young, thank you. one young lady who,
Can you move over so that door isn't as your backdrop?
Okay.
That
All
might
right.
better.
I'm going to start with a young lady who, when we first met her, she was so quiet and so timid and so meek that we could hardly hear her voice when she came to us. And we decided together that we were going to work as a team and really empower her as a young woman to speak up and show her voice. And she applied for a position in the STEM Center, and that required her to come in and work with some of our students and kind of oversee some of the tutoring. And I just saw Crystal blossom like a flower this semester and last semester. So Crystal, come on up. We want to congratulate you on your successes in being a young woman moving forward as a professional STEM person and really having a vision for what you want to do. So, you want to go, do you have something you'd like to say?
I'm so proud of you. To see you go from, okay, this is my focus, to encompassing your love of film that you actually learned to love here at Oxnard College because your professor was so incredible and you wanted to participate in that. You wanted to make it a part of your life. I'm also very proud at the fact that you may be considering law school still, or at least that was one of the conversations that we had. So I definitely encourage that if that's a pathway that you know that you want to follow. I'm really grateful that you let us in and that we grew together. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I always ask. Good.
So, it's just a picture or?
Yeah, picture.
We always take pictures. We get recorded all the time.
We have her trained.
Oh, wait, no, stay there. Let's get one better one.
Okay. Well, maybe we should do it as a group later at the end. How's that?
Yeah.
That way we're there. Okay. My type, one of the things that, come on up, on the Sunday that we had brunch, she came in, she was early, and her parents were out in the car sitting, and she was only allowed to come in for a very short period of time, and then her parents wanted her to leave. And we were all kind of sad, and she was quite sad too, because I think she really wanted to stay, but I think she had to grow as an individual, and her parents were very protective, to say the least. And so one of the things that she's been really working hard, she's a self-driven individual, very intrinsically driven and very intelligent. And so there was was finding her own power and really becoming an independent woman and kind of blossoming in that regards. And so we've seen a lot of growth in that end. And it's so good to see you here and participate and have the freedom to really do what you want to do in life. So congratulations on your first year. It's been wonderful.
And I remember my last semester when she said, Rondine, I kicked butt. I got such a good grade. And then every single class, whenever she's succeeding, she's sharing it with us. And so we celebrate this whole entire year and many, many more with you. So I'm really glad that you came back and participated fully and all out. And, you know, and what you said last week to me when I asked you, hey, how are you doing for finals? And you said, it's a lot of work, but I'm going to get it done. So thank you. Proud of you.
Okay. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
Thank you.
All right. This young man, he was the Casanova of our first year. And I don't even think I have to say what his name is. Everybody just automatically looked that way. Andres. Come on up, Andres. He was the one that the first time that we met, he knew that he loved us, but he had already made a commitment to VC. And he just couldn't stay away from us. He participated in some of the EMP clubs, and he came to the STEM Center whenever he could. And he was quite frequently at the board with other students working on projects. And so Andres has really kind of grown to love us, and we knew he would. And I think that you're just really a great asset. You're a great leader. I think that you have a really fun personality, and you know how to kind of joke around as well as be serious about what you're doing. So we appreciate the fact that you stuck it out with us and you participated with us, and you're deciding that you want to be with us now next year. So, go Condor! Congratulations.
So Andres, I'm just really glad that you decided to speak and come here today. And you said, you know, I didn't really access all of the resources, but you'll get a chance to do that this coming year.
Yeah, for
Sounds
sure.
like
I'm
a
probably
plan.
living here.
Great. Thank you so much.
Anything you want to say?
No, thank you guys and everything here for all the knowledge you shared with us and about the resources and the scholarships and everything. Well, everything you shared is really knowledge because you've been a student. You obviously, you know, have a degree and you know more than us and you know how to guide us. And you guys are here for us, you know, and you guys want the best for us and want to see us succeed. And I just want to thank you guys, everyone.
Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, Rafa, come on up. This man is a quiet man, but he carries a big, big sword, and congratulations. One of the things, he's really been helpful here in the STEM Center, and he is now assisting our MESA, our Math, Engineering, Science Achievement coordination that we have with UCSB. He's stepped up to the plate and just has taken over like a pro. And one of the things that I really appreciated, my husband is back there, he works for the Port of Hueneme, and one of the employers had asked, called me up and said, hey Cynthia, do you have anybody that's good with computers? We don't know anything about this and we need somebody to help us. And I thought, Rafa said, yeah, I will. He was all excited, he was a little afraid at first, but he made the call and he made the connection. And so I think part of the thing was your growth. And being a little timid, it was a little bit much for you to step out, but you have shown us that you're a great leader and that you have strong dedication, and you are going to be one successful young man. So congratulations. So
I echo everything that Cynthia said. And you showed up to almost all the activities, didn't you? And spoke on behalf of the FYE program. And I remember the day that you got the MESA offer when you started. So that was a great celebration for us, and I'm very proud of you. Thank you.
Okay, Maria, come on up. Maria's a go-getter. She doesn't let grass grow underneath her feet at all. She is now working in the STEM Center with our students, and you would never know that she wasn't a graduate, the way she handles herself. She steps up to the plate, takes initiative, works with the tutors. You know how to take the tutors for what they're worth and give it back to them when they start their little games that they play. You've done a great job here in the center. You've been a great asset for both Susan and Denise. And you're just one of those well-rounded persons. You're smart and you're athletic. So congratulations on your first year. It's great to have you with us. And I'm sure that you're going to be one of the peer mentors, right, next year? And on the panel, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Congratulations. Thank you. Okay, Syra, where are you at? Okay, she was one of the individuals on the first time we met that was very timid and very shy, but she says, can I ask a question? And she's one of the very first persons to speak up and with a smile and really take the initiative to kind of break the ice with all of us because we were all new and didn't really know what was going on, right? And so you've really taken the initiative and you've taken your courses and your everything just seems to be snappy for you. And you're very friendly. And so it's nice to have you with the peers and working with everybody because I think you add a lot of life. And when people get really serious, you can smile and say, we can get through this, right? We'll do it. We'll get through it. So you're one of the cheerleaders or the confident ones. So we really appreciate your presence. Congratulations on the first year. You've done a great job and you're going to be very successful also.
And we
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing.
About 20-ish or so. It's not that much, but I mean, it takes up time, study time especially.
Great, thank you.
And she had to leave us a lot of the times because she had to go to her place of employment. So that's one of the things our students, we have very, very dedicated, right? You're working full-time, or at least 3/4 time, and come to the class half-time or full-time. So we really appreciate your endurance and your dedication.
Thank you. I know, just thank you to both of you and everyone. So thank you.
Welcome. Last but not least, Melanie, come on up. Melanie is a quiet soul, but not quiet soul. She has a way about her that I would look at her as, you could make a great newscaster, because the way you handle yourself in public, you have very good communication skills, you're very intelligent, you're one of the ones that will always look at the room and see what's going on and then offer to help them. And that's something that we really appreciate. You're a natural helper, a natural teacher, someone who really understands that you're not in this alone and you're here to help others. And we really, really, really appreciate that. And congratulations on everything, and we're looking forward to your next year experience, because we know you're going to be another peer leader. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I just want to thank everyone for all the support and helping me grow as an individual.
Yeah. Bless.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then actually, I want to call back, last semester, we recognized 2 individuals who did exemplary in school and in the FYE program. So last year, we recognized Rafa and we recognized Crystal. This semester, we're recognizing 3 individuals. And actually, in these are $50 gift cards, like we did last time. First up, I want to recognize Mai. Come on up. Because of everything that you've accomplished, we recognized you last semester, but we also want to recognize you again. Thank you. Thank you. And up next, Melanie. This semester, you did so many of the workshops and really flourished, and we could see that, and I'm really excited to see where you're headed. And so continue on the path and own it. Thank you so much. Last but not least, Zaida. We've had many conversations, right? About what kind of woman do I want to become and how do I get there? How do I follow this path or carve this path for myself? With many things changing, and yet you always came back and knew that we are here to support you. So for your journey, for your efforts, we recognize you. Thank you. Thank you everyone for a wonderful time. And again, thank you to Dr. Herrera and all our wonderful guests today. Thank you.
There's one more thing that I want just to talk about. Next year, this was kind of our pilot year, right? With our first year experience and doing everything that we've done. Next year, we're going to expand and we're going to do the same concept, but we're going to include a lot more people. And so what we're going to look to you for is the leadership and the guidance and the support for students. Remember how shy you were when you came in and how quiet? Okay, that's the kind of connection that we want to now draw from you so you can help them. You didn't have a cohort before you that really could be here for you. You're the first. So now you're the originators. You're going to be the old school. For those of you who were calling me old the other day, you're going to be the old school, and you're going to be the leaders for the next years that you're with us, okay? And when you move on to your 4-year institutions. So that's all that I'm asking for you, is to now lend your hand out to the next person that's coming along. And we'll continue to expand and grow this program so that every student that comes onto our campus will have the ability to have the same experience that you've had this past year and more. Okay? That's our dream, that's our vision, that's where we want to go. And we need you to be part of it. Okay? Any last questions? Anything more you want to say? April, do you have anything you'd like to share? You've been so instrumental and you've been working so hard. Is there anything you want to add?
No, it's just been a pleasure working with you and Rhonda and everybody else here. It's been great. all of your support that you've given to the students. You can really see it through their success this year, and I'm really excited for this new year, so that all of you can meet the new cohort of students. There's a lot more students, and they'll need your support and your guidance, especially because it's going to be a peer-to-peer, so they'll definitely really look up to all of you. So I'm really excited, and I look forward to seeing all of you in Discovery Week. Yeah, it's going to be really amazing this year. We're going to add a lot of different components to the program. So
Yeah, we've learned a lot. Just like you've learned, we've learned a lot. So thank you very much for supporting us. Okay, that's it. And there's a lot of food left. Please feel